now, this is the Fox 11 News at 6.
California will fully reopen in less than 2 weeks. No masks for the vaccinated, no distancing. But that may not be the case for California workers. Cal-OSHA is meeting right now. They are discussing a proposal to require everyone in a workplace to continue to wear masks if just one person in their workplace is unvaccinated. That, of course, not what the CDC is suggesting.
So they heard from the public. They're supposed to be voting perhaps tonight. Joining us to break all this down is Reddock-Wright. She's a workplace attorney. Angela, thanks for being with us. What is your expectation tonight?
I expect that the Cal-OSHA board will vote, and that a significant part of their vote will be that they will allow employers to mandate having masks in the workplace or requiring employees to wear masks in the workplace, whether if there's at least one employee that's not vaccinated, that they're going to require every employee in that particular workplace and site to wear a mask.
I mean, does that make any sense? That's not what the CDC is saying. And then the question will be, some people that are probably just going to say, I'm not going to do that. What's the enforcement mechanism there?
Right. Well, it does seem a little concerning because at the federal level, they've indicated that no masks are required if you're vaccinated. But remember that the federal courts allow state legislatures to make determinations on their own, and as long as those determinations are not inconsistent with federal law. So here, California on its own has the ability to expand the law and to decide what's important for its workers and in its workplaces. So it seems inconsistent, but one of the reasons that California employers are concerned is because under California workers' compensation law, there is a presumption that if an employee is working on your site and that employee gets contracts COVID-19, the presumption is that that employee contracted it at work. Even if the employee contracted it at home or on the weekend, there's a presumption that the employee contracted at work. So there's a much higher bar and many more considerations that California employers have to consider when it comes to creating a health and safe workplace.
So if I'm an employer, what am I looking at here? And then also, what kinds of businesses do you see mostly affected?
Well, I think all businesses will be impacted, whether it's a small employer with just, employees in the office, or a grocery store where you have, customers coming in and out. I think it's going to go across the board, and that while it may seem, really aggressive, what Cal-OSHA is trying to do is say, hey, we want to make sure that as you reopen your doors, you have every opportunity to create a safe and healthy work environment for everyone. So rather than figure out the in-betweens and in between the lines, we're just going to say, if you can't guarantee that everyone in the workplace is vaccinated, then everyone has the mask, everyone has the social distance, employers will take temperatures. Basically, we'll continue to operate as we have been this last year when it comes to the workplace.
Doesn't that seem like an unfair and sort of extraordinary burden to put on employers? That the assumption is you got COVID at the workplace. If they follow every protocol, do everything right, somebody gets it at home or is irresponsible in their own time, and now an employer's on the hook?
Yes, for sure. We haven't seen any laws like this in forever. So it certainly is causing a lot of employers to think differently about how they do business, and causing many employers to say, you know what, we're going to do everything we can to try to make sure that we don't suddenly find ourselves with a COVID outbreak or find ourselves having to deal with lawsuits from individuals that claim that they most likely got COVID from work. And even if they didn't, they'll still be able to make the claim. So it definitely puts employers in a pickle, and it'll be interesting to see how all of this evolves and what it looks like in terms of actual lawsuits and litigation and enforcement in the workplace.
I think you used a great word there. Things are evolving. All right,
Most
Angela
definitely.
Reddock-Wright, thank you so much. We'll be watching what happens with OSHA today. Thank you.
Thank you.